Orphanok is all about human evolutions. The fucking G3 gear being the same thing as the fucking, like, all three belts in this.
Well, not exactly. The G3 gear contextually actually made sense. These belts really don't.
We'll get to that later.
I mean, Kiba had the Fangire, but...
And the Ixa belt.
The Ixa belt was nice.
Which was, the G3 plus, but...
It's more like G3 minus until it actually got upgraded.
Right. But,
it was a nerf most of the time.
Yeah. Fucking... And then, in terms of directorial style, like the writer/director's kinks, like people floating on water.
That's done a lot in Agito and here, and it happened to...
Well, in Agito it happened like twice. In Fives it happens like every other fucking episode.
Yeah, but it was really noticeable when it happened in Agito.
Yeah. Like, that must be this writer's two kinks. People floating on water and people either misunderstanding one another or just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What?
Because...
anything to go by NTR.
Because, like, when you reach the second act of Fives, the entire plot would basically be resolved in all of 2 episodes if anyone bothered to be like, hey, can we just sit down and, like, talk, like, man-to-man? But that never happens. Instead, constantly, people misunderstand each other, or they see something but they don't know the context.
Well, that's because the fucking Fives belt gets handed around a lot.
Or they fucking show up just as something, like, incriminating is about to happen. Or they trust the blatantly evil person for no reason. Fuck that. Like, just...
Kusama is a dude we can trust. In fact,
like,
the only one who ever gets wise to his shit is fucking Kiba.
Like...
And he's like, no, you lie too much.
And, like, the thing is... I'm not exaggerating when I say there's like 30 layers of this shit when fucking Act 2 is happening. Like, God, like, I'm not kidding. There was a new misunderstanding every fucking episode.
And it kept stacking up until they sat down and had a weird heart-to-heart.
Yeah.
Oh, and Imwe was an Orphanok the whole time, but we knew that since episode 2 or 3.
Yeah, but, like, and then also, too, other stuff is very similar, too. For example, the secondary character being way more interesting than the hero. Like with Agito, it was G3. With this, it's Yuji, who is way better of a character than Takumi is.
Yeah, he has more development, too. Imwe's very blatantly more of a foil.
Like, I will say this, with the 3 riders that came before Takumi, I will give him credit in that he is very much different from those 3 in terms of his personality and whatnot. Because, like, yeah, don't get me wrong, Yusuke, Soichi, and Shinji, they all do have their differences, but they are of a very similar archetype, right? Whereas Takumi is actually completely opposite of that. Like, basically, his whole thing is that he's an aloof, blunt guy who wants nothing to do with anything.
Who's afraid of himself.
Yeah, but he also has a childish side that we see every now and then.
Also,
So,
he doesn't like hot things.